Good evening.
Hello, hello, hello.
How are you?
I'm all right. And yourself?
Yeah, not bad at all.
Excellent.
Mustn't grumble.
We're the only two.
Apparently, yes. This could be a very quick meeting.
Yeah, yeah. Where you been up to?
I've retired.
Excellent.
Yesterday was my last day at work.
Wonderful.
It is. So I'm planning on spending a bit more time in the shed,
Uh-huh.
doing all sorts of other things. What about you? Thank you. Your WhatsApp message was very kind.
It's true. If it wasn't for the club, I wouldn't have got through some of the stuff that I've just done.
Well, good, but that's what the club's all about.
Mm.
Really.
Yeah.
You know, I can say this between the two of us.
Yeah.
It's what the club is about. It's, you know, it's support for everybody.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it's important.
Mm.
Yeah, I didn't realise that you. Was it a bandsaw you were after?
I was looking for a bandsaw. Yeah. I was looking for a medium-sized one, but
Yeah.
what I'm looking for won't fit into my shed. And that's with an extension.
I know the feeling. I know the feeling. I've got a floor standing bandsaw, which is Jonathan's old one, which I really need to get properly serviced because my God, did he give it hell?
Yeah.
And I've also got a small one.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I've got to fiddle around with Jonathan's to see if it'll take a very narrow sort of 3/16 quarter-inch blade.
What one is it?
SPS?
Don't know.
No. I mean, it's a matter of whether the length of the blade is too long. If it's too long to try and turn tight circles.
Okay.
Because if it is,
have you got a big depth?
yes, and that's the problem.
I mean, the width of the blade, that shouldn't change much.
Hi, David.
I mean, morning.
Hi, Julian.
Hi, David. Hi, Jim. No, but the narrower the blade,
yeah,
the tighter the circle can turn. But I don't know if the length means
whether you can get the length for it.
Yeah, whether it will take it or whether it'll just snap something that's too thin.
Only joined the conversation halfway through, but someone recently said if you start turning circles with a saw, it'll not cut straight again.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. I've got one of those.
I've just changed my blade for that very reason, and now I can cut straight.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So how do you cut circles?
You do it like a threepenny bit all the way around and gradually get closer to it.
Okay. Okay. Oh, I see the logic. David, we can't hear you.
Jackie's on mute.
You want to cut circles, mate? Just have a couple of drinks beforehand.
Yeah. Keep fingers well away.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Sorry?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Thank you.
Hello, Jackie.
Jackie, have you had a very painful operation recently?
Yeah, well, I just have to change that to...
It's more fun to call you Jackie. We can take the piss better.
Yeah. Well, I don't like the piss being taken, so now we're going to be David.
Oh, okay. Be David then.
Show you Run. Run out. Oh. That's me.
Nothing's
He's
happened.
still there you are. Who's Renato?
I am.
Oh,
I was born in Italy, and I was called Renato.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. My birth certificate is Renato Schlesinger. My actual name is David Jones.
My
lot of
My
people-
daughter married a lovely man of Italian extraction. They have two children. One's called, my daughter, I'm actually in her home now. I'm staying with her for a couple of days, seeing the grandkids and things. She had a really simple surname called Briggs. Then she married an Italian called Paticchiola. The first baby is called Luciano Paticchiola.
Well, of course. I mean,
Paticchiola.
Julian, did you get my email about screen sharing?
I did.
You able to do that if it comes up?
Let's just see if I can do it.
I just struggle so much with screen sharing. I can't get it to work. I need a lesson. Cliff will do that.
I think you need
Okay,
a
whoever
host.
the host is, which I assume is
Adam?
Adam, has disabled the screen share.
Well, I sent it to him as well.
Yeah.
yeah, you've got to have the permission, but once you've got permission, you just press the screen share or share screen button.
Yeah.
Well, I saved it to desktop, the image I wanted to show, but then I couldn't find it when I went to the screen share. So
I have it as a document. I
Hmm.
think. Yes, I've got it.
But you can't show it.
No, I mean,
Oh,
in theory, if it's on your desktop, then it will be shared if you've got share screen permission. But if you haven't got permission, there's nothing you can do that would share your screen.
How do I get permission?
Your host has to authorize it.
Which I'm sure he will. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's not important, but I just want to learn how to do it. Well, is Adam coming on tonight?
I haven't heard.
He's just sent a WhatsApp to apologise, unable to make coffee and chat this evening.
He won't make it.
That was 7 minutes ago.
Right. Hang
So
on.
Julian must be the host by default.
But I'm unable to screen share. I'll get him to hang on. Let's see if
Yeah, I don't think you're a very serious host because you're not in brackets, Julian.
Oh, then I'm not a serious host.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'll send Adam a message to see if he can.
And hand the host to you.
Yeah.
How does he transfer it? Where's Colin?
That he can do quite easily. But I'll send him a text.
Jim, did you say he wasn't coming in or he's coming in late?
No, he said he's not coming in.
No, it's not coming.
Quote, apologise, I'm unable to make coffee and chat meeting tonight. Unquote. After all the pyrography pictures on there. He does stunning work, that man, doesn't he?
Hey, Colin.
Oh, hello, Dave. Hello, everyone.
Hi, Colin.
Good evening.
Colin.
Good evening, Colin.
hello.
Hello, Jim.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you all?
Still okay.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
I saw your
Yes.
follow form, Chris. Cliff looked very nice.
I'm very pleased with it. It's not finished yet. That's the first turn, so I shall give it a refinement when it's
Hello,
dried
Paul.
off a bit more. But it's still looking good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, that's the first time I missed a third Wednesday in years. But I missed it.
It was a great demo from Gennady.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, that was amazing. Yeah.
Hi, Paul.
Hi there. Hello, everyone.
Paul.
Yeah, I couldn't see a recording of it because nobody recorded it.
No, we couldn't.
No.
We don't have the technology yet to record it, David.
Oh, never mind, I'll see the recording and I realise, there's no recording.
Okay, Adam is not picking up WhatsApps either.
Well,
He's probably having family time or something.
hey,
Send him an email.
well, I could ring him up. Can I give him a call?
Hi, Ashok.
Hi.
Hello. Hi.
Adam. Shall I call him? I've got to.
Yeah, if you can, yes.
Tell him it was your idea to disturb him when he's busy.
He's not picking up either.
Okay, I've sent him an email as well.
Hi, Ashok.
Hi, Ashok.
Adam, hi, it's Dave Gerard. I hear you're not coming in tonight.
No, it's only come up. I can't.
Are you able to transfer the screen sharing to Julian?
He's the host. I can transfer the host.
Well,
Yeah.
he says he's not.
I'll do it now.
Would you do that?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Have a nice evening.
What a gentleman.
He said he'd do it now.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Has he done it?
I need to apologise for leaving before the end of our chat, I'm sure, because I've got to get up in the middle of the night to head off.
I'm going to be doing the same thing. My daughter is about to start cooking dinner.
Oh,
So when she does, I shall bugger off as well.
Well, I've got to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning. Ugh.
Ooh.
Oh, my daughter's got to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning with two small kids.
Are you off to somewhere exotic, Cliff?
Mallorca.
Oh, again?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Nice one.
It's where my heart lives.
Oh,
You what lives? Cliff?
My heart. It
Have you got
belongs
a-
in. It,
Oh, I see. Oh, my.
it belongs in Mallorca.
we're all very
Yeah,
envious.
usually a little bit better to keep it with you, otherwise you tend to die, mate.
You go to the same spot, same hotel, same everything every time.
Now we have an apartment, so it's home.
Oh, I see you got an apartment. That's lovely. There's Julian.
I don't know where I went.
You've gone again.
Yeah, he's disappeared. Oh, he probably had to log out, log
You're
back
back.
in to be a host.
I'm not. Yes, I am.
Yeah, that will be.
Oh,
That
no, he's
will.
still not a host.
That'll be when you became host.
No, he's still not a host.
I'm still not a host.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, we'll just sack Adam, mate.
Yeah, it's simple. I think the discussion this evening was basically about turning things that weren't bowls or normal things. What
You gave us a list, which was interesting.
I did. Ah.
Hmm.
Adam.
Here he is.
Hello.
Oh, Adam. Well done.
Adam, yo, how's it going, bro?
Hello.
You said you weren't coming.
I know, but to transfer ownership, I had to join in. Okay.
Well, we just start to discuss things which are of interest other than bowls and platters and stuff that we all make regularly.
Yes.
Well, I'm not sure about regularly, but we things that we are making. I am now host.
Yes, you're now host.
Good.
You have the power.
Okay, so I can screen
Oh,
share. Thank you.
Anyone can screen share.
You have the power, Julian.
David, I'm going to hand over to you because the item that you asked me to be screen shared is this one.
Okay.
Can you see that?
No.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
it's still there.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, I came across this at Tate Modern when I went to visit with my granddaughter the other day, and there's a famous artist called Sophie Talbot, and she's famous for making marionettes, and she turns them all on her lathe.
Hmm.
I thought that's absolutely fascinating.
Lovely.
And you see that lovely skirt made out of purple heart and sycamore or something, and the little head there. But
That's
she
really nice.
has a whole collection of these things. I didn't managed to screen share the other ones, but you can look her up on Google, Sophie Tauber, or I can send you an email.
Funnily enough, I'm going tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. Are you going to the paid exhibitions?
Yeah.
So we've got two there. There's the making of Rodin,
Been there, done that.
and the other one was this one, Sophie Tauber.
Yeah. Tauber Arp.
Tauber art. Excellent. So you'll see her. You'll see this one plus lots and lots of others, and they're all turned on her lathe. And I thought that was fascinating. And in fact, I promised my granddaughter I'd make her one. Fascinating too. It won't be as good as that. Anyway, that's my contribution to things which are not bowls and which are a bit unusual.
Tom wants to join us. Does anybody know off the top of their head the numbers?
Tell him to read his emails. It's right there.
Okay, David sent it. Okay,
Yeah.
David Heddy has sent it. So we should get both of them joining us. So that is fascinating, actually.
Yeah, it's nice.
Well, so you'll enjoy the show, and the Rodin is also very interesting.
No, the Rodin didn't do it for me. What was the other one I went to? There was another one recently.
You got to take Britain.
No, Tate Modern. I like Tate Modern.
Yeah, but it's good stuff. There's stuff at Britain. Anyway, we're getting off the subject.
True.
Yeah.
Has anybody else got anything interesting?
Yeah, once you've stopped screen sharing, Julian.
Which I can do very easily.
Oh, there we go. Yes, I don't actually have a model of it, but I was just thinking, I have a two-headed hammer, a soft one. One side is rubber and the other side is very hard plastic. And I did a very rough job with it once. I was taking the axle off a go-kart and I ended up absolutely chewing up the end of the hammer. And it's been that way for about 30 years now, since 1991.
Did you make the hammer?
No. It's a not DeWalt, Draper hammer.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you just unscrew the plastic end on it and chuck it on the lathe, and you could return it. And it was really, really nice to turn. But there was only a tiny little bit of it. But now the end of my plastic hammers.
Okay.
Good evening.
Oh,
Okay.
Can anybody guess what that is?
I know what that. Oh, wait
It's a
minute.
bit of spalted something or other.
Yeah, but do you know what this is for?
Pens.
Hold on, let me make you bigger.
I'm guessing. It's
What's the slot for?
a piano leg.
Hold on, don't say it just yet.
You spin it
turn it
round.
around, Julian. Oh, chopstick holder.
Nope.
You could
It
hold.
could be. It could be.
Yeah, you could hold chopsticks with that easy.
It's
It
a
goes
letter.
on the bedside table.
Oh,
Very clever.
It's very
I
good.
like it.
Very neat.
Go on.
Very clever.
Very nice. Yes.
Okay.
That was good fun, and this is what I'm making for my office.
Oh, well, lovely.
That looks nice.
That's
Did you segment it yourself?
yeah.
It's really nice.
Hence it's uneven.
And I've got something else as well here.
How do you get the bits to stick so closely?
Oh, there's one there.
Oh, brilliant. Yes.
That's a brass ring, is it, in the middle?
Oh no, it's just pine.
It looks a bit brassy. That's lovely.
Looks good.
Looks really nice.
I just glued hardwoods together, and then I cut the lines. This is purely decorative. But joining them, I just literally glued them together and clamped them.
Every attempt I've made at sticking bits together, it never gets 100% joined. So
I was wondering, unless you got something like a thicknesser,
I
how do
haven't.
you make the surfaces absolutely flat?
I've got a
Exactly.
thicknesser.
All right.
I have got a thicknesser. It is vital.
I
That's where I go wrong.
it was a plane and a vernier gauge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello,
So
Tom.
in my innocence,
Brilliant.
then what's the thickness, sir? What's the thickness, sir?
It's a plane. It's a planing machine, and you can plane one surface so it's flat, and then you can wind a handle that which and adjust it to anything from half an inch to maybe 4 inches. And if you put the piece of wood into that, it will
So
plane.
it's a planing action rather than a cutting action.
It's a planer, and you can
Yeah.
plane the thickness of a piece as well as the surface.
You basically put the piece in at one end and it pushes through, comes out the other thinner.
Yeah,
But it's machine accurate. My problem is I've been sanding it flat and it's never
No,
100%.
no, it's got to be with a thicknesser.
you need a long piece of wood, otherwise you can't, you know.
Yeah,
Otherwise you get your fingers caught in the machine.
that's nice, Jim. What's that?
Now then, David, actually, you're relative to this because this is a piece of your white oak that you gave me. I ended up splicing it together. I did an amazing job of it. Actually, I'm really proud of the splicing on it.
What is a lily box?
Is it box?
But this has got a specific purpose. Anybody think what it is? Probably a box.
Keeping your egg in it.
Nope. I made this for my granddaughter. I made this for my granddaughter, who was 2 in March. Any guesses? Apart from David, because he knows.
I can't say.
Teeth that fall out.
Jewelry.
Teeth of the tooth fairy.
Oh, isn't he good?
Ah, lovely.
Yeah.
Now, my very dodgy pyrography skills. Her name is Erin Briggs, obviously, and even more dodgy pyrography.
I'm impressed with the pyrography. I have to say, I couldn't do that.
Yeah,
neatly.
I can't do it either. And I turned another disc that size and tried the pyrography thing. I just couldn't do it. But the one thing I am very pleased with on it is the finish. This carnauba wax. I buffed it with a buffing compound, and then hit it with a carnauba wax on the buffing wheel. It's really, really smooth and soft and lovely.
Right.
And how many teeth has it held?
None yet. She's 2 years
Well,
old.
if she's only 2.
It's probably like
It means it's a very big lump under a pillow there, though, when she puts it under a pillow.
However, eldest grandchild, Luciano, who's 7 years old, he's now lost, I think it's 6 or 7 teeth, and they're worth £1 a copy these days.
I know, sixpence is long gone.
Oh no, whatever happened?
God, you were lucky. You got 6pence, car.
Yeah, that's inflation for you, isn't it?
I used to get dimes and quarters for mine.
Yeah. Okay. But I made a couple of these actually. A rattle.
Oh, those are great fun.
With the little rings.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Where's the rattle bit?
Pardon?
The
You say
rings.
Rings.
So there we are.
So was that turned in situ, or you slide them on and stick the end on?
No, it's all turned in situ.
All right.
You know what I did was I found an old chisel and I ground a kind of point onto it, so just so it goes sort of round, and that's the way I kind of separated the rings from the rest of the body.
So, show again. Let's see it again.
I had an old chisel, and I ground a little sort of a semicircular bit out of the tip, which gives you like a hook.
Yeah.
Which allowed me to go underneath the rings in order to separate them.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a non-bowl, which prototype pepper mill.
Pepper mill, yeah. Or salt mill.
I've just dropped it and all the pepper came out.
David Fairman has disappeared.
It's,
He's back.
it is a prototype. I've made better ones since.
Good job it wasn't over your dinner.
Pepper all over my desk, for God's sake.
I've got something here.
Pepper.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what's that?
A vase.
It's a hollow form.
Mm,
Right? It's hollow.
that's
Right.
clever.
Tom would be interested because I asked him how to fill the bark, and that's coffee. Thank you, Tom. It worked a treat.
Brilliant.
It's also
Well done.
brass inlays in there.
Oh, wow.
And is that hollowed out in the thick curve?
Or inside.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
In two pieces?
No, it's one piece.
How do you get in there then?
Well, I cheated. I went into the bottom.
Ah,
But you wouldn't know because the it all matches grain wise.
Well, I know because
Well
you just
done.
told me. Like, duh.
Brilliant.
Is he doing it like that?
And why not?
Yeah.
Hmm.
There's George, he's good at nutcrackers, isn't he, with his thread chasing?
Yeah.
Yes, very good.
I've never done that. You must have
That's
some
an interesting question for this format, for this forum. What do people want Paul Hannaby to do?
Yeah. Well, he gave us a list of possibilities.
He did
Oh.
indeed.
Tell us what the options are.
Let me see if I can find the email, unless you can find it.
Well, I've got it somewhere, but
Oh, no, it's okay. I'll find it.
what did you say we wanted who to do?
you offered us a goblet, one of the items.
That's the one you opted for.
I chose that, but
He said thread chasing and box making.
yeah, I don't think thread chasing was that fascinating. But I don't
And
know.
also, you can't do it if you've got a lathe like mine that's so speed is 500.
It's something we can all have a go at.
Hmm.
You find it, Julian?
Finding it. Bowl turning, a simple bowl and a thin wool natural edge bowl.
No.
Thread
No.
chasing and boxes.
And boxes
And
combined.
boxes with push fit lids. Pewter casting with wood. Goblets, natural edge goblet, a twist stem goblet, and hollowing with a ring tool.
Hollowing the ring tool could be interesting. I've never done
Acrylic
that.
textured and coloured bowls. Colours and grain films, a mixture of media. Colouring and texturing, a selection of techniques, and airbrushing and masking.
Well,
Shall I see if I can copy that onto a Word document and just screen share it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's this?
You should pour
Or even email it to everybody, Julian.
yeah,
Do you have that option?
Let's
Well, I
just
do, I've got it.
see. Hang on a minute.
Photograph it and post it on WhatsApp.
yeah, good idea.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Hang on a second. Where is it? No, it's not there. It's there. Right. Talk amongst yourselves.
Uh,
Well, while Julian's doing that, I know we're not supposed to talk about bowls, but tonight. But I'm after some advice.
We're full.
I found some green
I
oak,
meant to get there.
although it's not very green because it's pretty damned hard. And I split it in two, and I produced one bowl with difficulty, which is not bad. But, you know, it's worked out okay. The second bowl, though, with the other piece of wood, is a real nightmare. Here it is, and it's already a lot smaller than it started out. And the problem I've got is that I can't turn it round. And I don't know whether it's because it's got quite a big piece of heartwood there, and then the sapwood around. And I'm wondering if, although I'm trying to keep the tools very sharp, I'm wondering whether it's bouncing off the hard end grain, and then sort of cutting out more than it would out of the sapwood. That's what I suspect it is. But the other thing is, you see, when I turn it round, I don't know whether you can see that, but I can't get it concentric on the lathe to do the inside. Does anyone give me any help with that?
What's the difference between that piece of wood and the one that worked?
None. It's actually out the same piece of timber. It's just the other side.
Maybe there's a knot in it. Is there a knot in
Are
it?
you using the same mounting, Paul?
Yes. I did wonder whether I hadn't made a very good job of the pen the first time when I put it on, because it was actually, although you can probably see, the gap is not consistent around. It's wider here than it is there when I put a ring round it. And the first time I did it was much worse than you can see it now. But I don't think it was.
It's crooked,
that.
Paul.
Yeah,
Sorry?
It's crooked. It's crooked on your chuck.
I don't think so. I don't
think so.
Well,
I think I
here's
checked
a
that.
test. If you
when
you put it on the
good,
chuck,
I think.
when you put it on the chuck, do you tighten it with the tail up against the wood before you tighten the chuck?
Yes.
And the edges. I mean, I can't see on the screen. I can't see how clean
But
it is,
if I show you this edge, you see, I can't get it. I can't get a true flat surface there. It's up and down, which is why I wonder whether it's just the
bumping.
The difference in density between the areas of the timber. But it's been a real struggle. I've been days trying to sort this one out and not getting very far.
How sharp are the tools sharp?
Well, I'm sharpening as much as I can, but whether they just need to be sharper, I don't know.
Like Tom, I think that you are not getting it true on your chuck. Have you turned the face of the register square to the diameter?
The face of the register, what to the as located in the bottom of the tenon, you mean?
Is the bottom of the tenon square to the edge? Have you faced that bottom?
Yes.
And is that bottom sitting into the location in your chuck jaws?
I thought it was, but maybe I need to be a bit more precise about it.
I think that's probably one of the problems. The other thing is, if you're not getting it round, you tried using a scraper.
Right. Yeah.
Because you don't need the bevel to rub on the wood with a scraper. And if you're using a bevel tool rubbing on the wood, it will follow the wood.
Yeah. Yeah.
The scraper will true it up.
Right.
Yeah, make sure it's very sharp.
Yeah.
Yes, and hold it at an angle so that it doesn't dig.
Yes.
So you're pointing down.
Angle it down, yeah.
Pointing down a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
My two suggestions.
Well, thank you for that. I shall keep going. I suspect at the end, in next time I speak to you, this will be about a quarter of the size. But I'm no further forward.
The scraper will pick up the high spots.
Yeah.
And if you don't go at it too much, it'll just take off the high spots until it's round.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very weird. I've been really flummoxed by it. It's very strange, but especially as the other one, isn't bad. It's not perfect, but it ain't bad.
With the tenant.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that.
And use tailstock to tighten it against the chuck.
I've put the list of
Yeah, I've seen it.
possible up on the chat as well as on the WhatsApp.
Okay,
So,
let's have a look.
So, it's a good forum to sort of make a decision. And then I can blame you lot, you see. David
I
and
quite like
can blame you.
the goblet idea, a goblet with a natural edge and a twisted stem.
I like goblet with the natural edge. I would go for that.
Yeah, I think I'd go for the goblet out of that one.
How many items is he going to do? Is it just pick one?
Basically, he's sort of it doesn't come out very well on the chat, but it comes out much better on the WhatsApp because he's
yeah, I've got it.
Bullet pointed it. I don't know how many he's making.
Julian, is this going to be a live demo?
Yeah.
This is
brilliant.
This is for the 22nd.
Yeah, brilliant.
September.
Yeah, live demo would be good.
Yeah, it's in the hall.
Well, I'd like Jim. I'd go for the goblet with the natural edge. Goblet with natural edge is my choice.
Cliff, are you going to be around?
I like the twist.
Yeah, I will be, but what I would like, is it possible to get in at 6:30? Because I think we need to have a bit of a dry run with the new kit.
Yeah.
Before people turn up. I only get back on late on the 20th, so
right.
We can't really do a day before.
Who is going to be? Who are the key holders at the moment? David and Brian. Is that all?
I think Jeff's got some. Jeff Hunt.
I mean, Brian, are you able to get there at 6:30?
Yeah, I was planning to come meet you there.
So, I mean, if you and I and maybe
there.
Adam could get in at 6:30, we could have the thing rigged up and test for things like the interference that we had.
Yeah.
I've got the new camera and it works fine. The mic pack will be with me before then. So we're poised, but I think we need to have it tested before the hordes descend.
Yeah, hordes, you'll be lucky.
But David, I can volunteer to come in early. That's no problem. So I can help out because my background is electronic engineering. So I can.
Oh, well, perfect.
Yeah, definitely. Yes, please.
Okay, I'll see you then at 6:30 then.
And I'm Cliff, then David.
That would be good. I mean, it just needs about 3 or 4 of us to do the setting up, but once done, that would be good.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got Brian, Adam, Cliff, Ashok, David, me.
Yeah, that should
be enough.
Yeah, plenty.
I mean, I'm not sure that I can offer anything to the setup.
We can watch and make comments, can't we?
We can. We can heckle from the side. Any special choice of what Paul will turn? Because we ought to let him know.
Well, he can choose the wood.
Why don't we vote, basically who wants which one, and then we can see which one is.
I quite like the goblet idea myself.
Okay.
He needs a good bark that doesn't come off.
That's his. Surely he would bring that himself.
Yeah. Brian, you sent him the details of the lathe, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, he did. Dave, do you want to see anything in particular, or you can hear us but you can't see us?
No, I can't see anything.
We can hear you.
We can see you and hear you.
I can hear everyone, but everything that you've shown, I can't see.
Okay. Have you got the WhatsApp running? Your phone.
On my phone?
Yeah, I've sent a list of what Paul wants to demonstrate. He wants us to choose one of the items. And Tom, any thoughts?
Well, I don't really qualify for thoughts. I can't make the next meeting, I'm afraid.
Oh,
I'll be away.
enjoy.
If you could, what would you choose?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I'd be delighted to see a natural aged goblet with a twist stem and a captive ring. That sounds very brilliant. Yeah.
Okay. Colin?
Yeah, I'd go for the same one.
Okay.
Paul?
I think we have enough votes.
Yeah, good.
Well, no one suggested anything else.
I went for the thread chasing.
Oh, you would.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you're the chairman. You don't really count. You know,
I realise that.
Yeah, my problem with the thread chasing is that my lathe's slowest speed is 500, and that's too fast.
Right.
That's tramping on a bit. God.
What speed do you have to have it on to chase the thread?
It's got to be about 200 or 300, according to Jeff Hyams. He came round to show me how to do it and had to give up. It can't be done on my Axminster hobby lathe.
Even that's pretty fast, isn't it?
It does about, I think it's 500 to 2000 or something.
Yeah.
My lathe the same.
Again?
My lathe the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, so goblets it is in that case. Do you want to tell him, David, or shall I?
Yeah, I'll tell him because I've got a correspondence going with him.
Okay.
Now, I did email to ask him to confirm that it's available on the 22nd, but he's not replied.
He has replied. He said he's free on the 22nd.
Free, that'll be a cheap demo.
David has frozen. Yeah, thank you. From your mouth to our treasurer's ears. Yeah, I think we've lost David, I think.
He's probably just logging out and logging back in again, I would think.
So has anybody else got any unusual turnings?
No, other than apples and pears I've done.
Well, I've done something, but I can't show you because I'm away at the moment. I've turned my first piece of horse chestnut. And although the wood is very soft, which is going to be a complete pain, it's absolutely gorgeous and very, very light. So it's going to make a lovely dish-like platter. And I made quite a big one. It's about 40 centimeters across or something. And it looks really, really nice. I'm very, very pleased. I got it. It was a dead. No, hang on. It wasn't dead. It was live, but had been blown over in a wind. And it was about a month or two after it had been blown over that I got a big slice off the bottom towards the bottom of the trunk, cut it in half, left it to dry out a bit in the garden in all the rain and everything, and brought it in to dry out a bit more, turned it, rough turned it, left it for another 3 months, and then I've virtually finished it in the next turning. It's absolutely delightful. So some of the members were saying, "Oh, I don't know, horse chestnut, not that great wood," but so far I'm utterly astonished and delighted with it.
Look forward to seeing it.
Yeah. Well, when I get home, I'll wave it around in front of the screen.
I'd be interested in anyone who has tips on how to develop sufficient patience to work on something and then put it somewhere else for 6 months or something without touching it. How do you do that?
Have children, they need a lot of patience.
Yeah.
I've been through that, but I still don't have that level of patience.
Part of my secret is to feed birds, because if you buy 12.5 kilo bags of bird food, they come in big sacks which are opaque. So when you've rough turned, you can put your piece into these sacks and then you can't see it. And when you can't see it, you might take it in fiddling around with it.
What's wrong with a black bin liner?
Nothing, except it's plastic. It might sweat a bit in there.
Yeah.
I use a cardboard box and fill it with shavings.
That's what I use. Periodically have a look at it. That's the trouble.
Any more unusual turnings? There must be some more. Oh, what about a chess set? Anybody made a chess set? Ever?
I don't know that I have the patience for that.
I was going to say, I've got the patience to do, 32 pieces. Oh, God.
What else?
And they all have to look the same, or have to be consistent.
Bronze do.
Yeah, I'm not
Bronze
sure
do,
how
yeah.
I'm not sure how you'd carve the knight.
Oh, it's not difficult.
There was an article about it in Wood Turning magazine not very long ago, maybe 4 or 5 months ago or something.
I think it was more recent than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, pursue it through there.
Well, I mean, you can make a bowl in a few hours, or maybe 2 or 3 sessions, but it'll take weeks to make a chess set. And it'd be rather nice to have a project that isn't over in a few hours, something that you can continue to make.
Well, you mean like a chair, David?
Over a period of I don't like chairs. I mean, a stool with 3 legs.
When should we diarise the results of your project for, David? When are you going to have completed so we can all admire? January?
You mean the chess set?
Yeah.
I don't think I've got enough years in my life to do that. Left.
Well, you could make a pawn every night, couldn't you?
You could, but I don't. Yeah. But unlike works of art, painting, which take weeks, generally speaking, a turning item takes hours. What do you think? It's over quickly.
Where do you spend your time, David?
Oh.
Painting or turning?
Not neither.
Well,
I mean, I do both occasionally, but I don't know. I was at Wisley today, all day. It's lovely. You know, Wisley?
Very nice.
Yeah.
Bloody cold.
No, it was lovely.
Today was very grey.
It was great, but it wasn't raining.
That's true.
Ashok.
I can make a pen in about 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
I can steal a pen in about 3 seconds.
My favourite quick object are clocks. I can make one in an hour. I mean, not the clock, the bit that goes round it.
The housing for the clock.
You buy the inserts for £5, and they're exactly 62 millimeters, and you just turn it and pop it in, and it's done. And people love them.
There's the pen I can make in about 30 minutes.
Oh.
When you made it, Cliff, what do you do with it?
Give it to people.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you have a special pen making stuff?
Yeah.
What do you finish it off with, Cliff?
Canuba.
Uh-huh.
I get a decent finish with that. So I seal it and then sand it again and then give it Canuba wax and buff it, and it comes up nicely. Made a bigger one here, which is a fountain pen.
Oh.
I was going to ask if there were fountain pen kits.
Yeah.
That's nice.
It is, yeah.
Quite satisfying. But I ended up sort of almost doing production line with it, and think, now what am I going to do with it?
Sell it. Yeah. Oh, talking about selling it, we've got a craft fair on October the 17th.
Yeah, but how much do you think you could sell them for? Because
well, I'm not suggesting just pens. It's just for information that we now have a craft fair in Shenley where we had the previous one, and if it's a nice day, it could be lovely. It'd be hundreds of people there.
I mean, if you were selling them, what do you think you'd be able to sell them for? Because I mean, it's just a ball pen.
I don't know.
I have seen them for sale. Hang on, I'm just looking it up.
How much does the insert cost?
I think it's something like about, I don't know, £10 for 5 or something. About a couple of pounds for the kit, and then whatever wood you want to put around them. my hardest job, somebody gave me a lump of bog oak, which was terrible to turn because every time it got thin, it just shattered. And you end up with lots of bits. I managed to get one successful pen out of the lump he gave me. And all I did was give it to him as a, as a thank you for the wood.
You're not really making for profit.
Wooden pens tend to sell for between £12,
Yeah.
and there's one which looks actually very, very nice at 35.
Yeah, it's not going to make my fortune, is it?
No. No, I think with a certain amount of safety, I tend to agree with you. Don't give up the day job.
What day job?
Oh, we have a member in the club who's a really expert pen maker.
George.
Is it George?
No, it's
John. I don't know. But we have loads of them.
isn't it Emmanuel?
No. Emmanuel. He does make pens, but he's
I know, yeah, he has made pens, I know.
Howden, John. I don't know now. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is we have a craft fair on the 17th. We'll need exhibits. And we've got a bit of stock from previous craft fairs.
What date?
The 17th of October.
When I get back from Mallorca, I'll make a few.
David, are you going to send out an email about that to the club?
Yeah. I'm just mentioning it now. So
yeah.
All right.
Start making stuff.
Yeah.
Putting stuff aside that you've made.
I would say that that's the first thing that I could make that is passable. I mean, other things I've made, you can see how it was made and very amateurish, but gradually I've sort of mastered making pens.
I do a grand line in tooth boxes. Anybody feeling any wobbly teeth or anything?
Not big enough to get a denture set in, though, are they?
Yeah.
But large bowls always sell well at craft fairs.
Yeah.
Big salad bowls.
Tell you what, one of my favorite memories is my dentist extracted a wisdom tooth, years ago, and I set it in resin, and then I marched next dental appointment. I marched back into the dentist's office, and the receptionist I got on very well with. We were really quite chummy, and I was the most irate customer you've ever seen in your life, And so I got in there and I said, because I demanded the tooth back, and I also demanded the little envelope they put in it. They put it in. And so I slammed this tooth down on a desk set in resin. And I said, bloody tooth fairy, all they gave me was the tooth back again, And there were about 3 or 4 patients which were all twitching, and everybody just burst out laughing. It was a really lovely moment, It was good fun.
How long did it take you to get a new dentist?
Yeah, I've had the same dentist for about 40 years now.
Yeah. He took your baby teeth out, did he?
Yeah. He's getting older too. Yeah.
What have you made, Ashok?
I'll show you one thing. Let me just go and get a bowl that I made recently. One minute.
Yeah, go do that.
Yeah.
I had an unusual job. I bought a curtain rail from Swish, and it was a metal rod, but it goes round a bay, so it's got articulated bits at each corner. So that's 4 articulated bits. And the bloody thing was awful. The rings went over every joint and were catching. So I had a look at it, and I found that there was no location between the articulated bit and the tube. So I turned up little nylon plugs that registered in the articulated bit and in the tube. Hey presto, I've now got a curtain rail or curtain rod that runs quite smoothly.
Oh, well done.
Well done.
The nylon I used was an old chopping board.
Are you feeling hungry now?
You brought something, Ashok. So look.
Right. It's basically a cypress bowl made from cypress tree.
Lovely.
And
A lovely pattern.
Nice. It's nice, isn't it?
it's actually yellowish color, all of it. Then I try to dye it with mahogany. And it came up with this
Lovely.
effect.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Beautiful pattern.
Wherever
Beautiful.
the
Great.
grains, end grains were, it absorbs it. So you can see that pattern in there.
What finish did you use on the surface?
I think this is just a Hampshire shin. That was the Hampshire shin.
It's beautiful.
They
Lovely.
make
What's the diameter?
Let's just measure.
12 inches.
9 inches.
Nice. That looks
9
bigger.
by 4 inches. Yeah.
Nice.
That's very nice. Hmm.
I've always had a lot of trouble with my cypress turnings. If I use the Hampshire Sheen Danish oil, it absolutely stinks. I can't get a good finish on cypress at all. And I had a similar problem on, what's the other timber? Not cypress. Very resinous fir tree.
Cedar.
Thank you. Same thing on cedar, but with a different finish. And it just wouldn't go in. And I had to wash it all off with, I can't remember what solvent I used, and start again. And I mean, the piece is now about 3 years old and it's still leaking. I can't get it to seal.
I hated turning with cedar, which also spattered sort of stuff all over the lathe bed and on the clothes that I was wearing. Horrible.
Yeah. So what did you do, Ashok? How come yours has been so successful? What did you do right?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I just turn like a normal turning. And then I do half turn and let it dry because it was wet wood, this was. And then the thing is that the end grains were so much in there, so it was pretty rough. So I was looking at one of the videos and it showed about that, try to turn it at a high speed and also have a very sharp tool. And I managed to do it very smooth with that. And after that, whatever was left was just sand it. So I took it up to 1000 grit on this one and then polished it.
2,000 for a 9-inch bowl.
Going to put it in the crop there.
Yeah, it's pretty smooth down.
So
And I just
how much is it worth?
I got a cotton bud, basically, and then a cotton wool wrapped in a cloth, and just rubbed it inside, and then it just came up with this pattern. See?
Which Hampshire Sheen
I did a small cedar bowl with Hampshire Sheen, which came up reasonably, I think. Pretty well.
Which product do you use, Paul and Ashok?
It's nice.
Which Hampshire Sheen products?
Thought there was only one. No?
I have 4.
Oh, right. Okay.
There's a Danish oil. There are different waxes.
No, this is Hampshire Sheen in a tin.
Must be one of the ones.
It's
There was
not
a
an oil as such. It's a solid
it's wax.
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 Yeah, they do a kind of a high gloss wax.
That's right.
Yes, that's the one I used.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
That's a microcrystalline wax.
Yeah.
I keep
I didn't
losing the
use oil
collection.
at
I
all
don't
in
know
this
if you can hear me. I can't hear you at all.
Hi, David Eddy.
Hello, Sam.
We can see you just about.
Evening, chaps. Oh yeah, I'm diving into the corner here.
I'm going to have to go and bid you all a farewell, but I will see you on the 22nd.
Yes,
Have a good holiday.
Yeah, thank
Have
you.
a good holiday.
Thank you very
Yes,
much.
for that matter, I can smell my dinner being cooked, so I'm going to bid you
See you on the
farewell.
22nd.
At least it's not burning.